Well, y'all, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems like physical media is seeing its way out. I don't know, man. This shit just feels unreal to me. I feel like I'm getting so old now. Like this is gonna be like how I felt whenever people would pull out the VCR and stuff like that. And the crazy thing is, it's like these digital releases, they can just be taken from us at any time. Like you don't really own anything. It's like you really will own nothing and be happy. It's just crazy. So physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. And I bet they'll still charge extra too to sell you a box with a code in it, just like GTA 6. So, as consumer preferences in the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. Well, it's not like any games are coming out on discs anyways. Till then, it just seems like we're stuck buying digital stuff. Anyone that wants to collect physical games, anything like that, is just like a big fuck you to them, I guess. So this is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. Now, how did they find this out? What do you mean most of the community? Like, is there a survey or like are they really just looking at sales? Because I don't know. I think it's just that way because there's only one option. There's only a digital option. There is no physical option. So, of course, when they look at their sales, it'll all be more digital because if like that's their only community that they're will continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. Well, no one's going to a retailer to buy a digital code. That's for sure. It's no one's doing that. Say goodbye to like GameStop runs when I was little, and you'd wait for a game to come out, and you have the physical disc in your hand, and you get to bring it home, read the back of it, and all that. Just I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that kids are gonna miss out on. It's crazy to me. We remain committed to delivering a world class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. World class gaming experience. They should put that on a T-shirt. World class gaming experience. I don't believe it. Yeah, this is just sad. Like this really is. It's like my whole childhood was based around going to GameStop and getting like the two pre-owned games, get one free kind of thing, and looking through discs. It's like when people go to a record store and buy their records, and like it's a vibe, you know. And it's just kind of gone now. It's just heading out the door for everything digital, 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 digital. And the crazy thing is, I bet now if they do make physical discs, they're going to charge even more for a disc than the digital code, when the digital code used to be cheaper than the disc because it's digital and they're not giving you anything in your hand. So I don't know. It's not a good day, sports fans, for the gaming community, because if this is what PlayStation's doing, we can imagine that Xbox is going to follow suit, and who knows what Nintendo will do. I know they don't do CDs, but next thing you know, you can't even get the little cartridge. It sucks. Do not like this. I've always preferred physical to digital. Literally, really disappointing news. Terrible news. RIP game collecting. Like seriously. And just to have a CD, to have your own copy of something in this day and age is so valuable because everything can be taken from you with license. The license, literally, we literally own nothing now but licenses. This is a horrible decision, Sony. Like seriously, to give people the option. People are already paying more than $60 for a game now, $80, $100 for GTA 6. People deserve to at least have something physical to hold in their hand with that. Money's not as easy to come by as everybody thinks, or at least as PlayStation must think, because they'll do anything to cut corners. I also believe with how expensive hardware is getting, they're going to have people lease their consoles instead of own them outright. I feel like we're on the wrong timeline. We definitely are on the wrong timeline, and this is definitely going to happen. Because see what they do with PCs now. My friend just got a PC. a 50, 60, whatever, a nice PC. And I'm like, oh, how'd you get that? You're like, oh, I subscribed to what's it called, NXZT or something. Basically a company where you can rent the computer, not rent to own the computer. You just rent the computer for as long as you want to use it, and then they just get it back, and that's that. It's like, come on, man. Things are getting so expensive now that everything has to be paid in portions, and I guess people like Klarna and Affirm, you're gonna go up if you use that. It's just unfair. Things shouldn't be that expensive. Every other piece of technology would get cheaper over time because more of it's being made, higher supply. It's just because this AI bubble and everyone just pushing the shit out of this AI nonsense. It's like we all have to pay the price basically that just want to enjoy our lives and maybe play a game when we get home from work and just chill and vibe. Now that can't even happen. And we can't even get a physical copy of the game. You literally can't own the game. I've always had the chance to choose between both, and yet I've avoided spoilers of my favorite games on social media. I've waited weeks after the game release, but I've always preferred the physical version. I prefer to own for what I'm paying. Literally, bro. Not only get a license. You're destroying the video game industry. You're destroying the legacy of what video games come from. Completely disagree this. Time to move to Nintendo again. Yes, I was thinking about the collector's editions. Like, dude, the game cases with the collector's editions, like I'm pretty sure God of War had one. And like this, I don't know, having that so like when your friends come over and they're like, dude, I have that game, but I've never seen that case. Like, what the fuck is that? And it's just some sick ass art, and I don't know. Anything with any type of creative output, they're just throwing it out the door. Like you'd open up the game case and then you'd read the pamphlet inside, and the pamphlet would have like a manual on the game and different stuff in it, and maybe cheats at the end of it, like GTA 4 did. And like, it's just, it's sad. It's so sad. I bought every new generation of PlayStation that's released. It looks like the PS6 is where it sadly ends for me. It'll be a mini PC under my TV with cheaper games for the new generation, seeing as I won't be able to have a physical copy of the game in my hands. That's another thing. Why would anyone not switch to PC if all the games are digital anyways? I'm not 100% sure of this, but I'm pretty sure Xbox and PlayStation you still have to pay for online. Again, you should just switch to a PC because you're not even paying to play online. You can talk to your friends, all that jazz, and we're not getting physical copies anyways. So horrible decision, but what can you expect from this company at this point? Literally, all of them suck. Xbox sucks, PlayStation sucks now. It's crazy. I'm not happy about this one bit. This leads more to the not owning side. Also, if that's the case, then lower the prices by 15%. Physical media should be protected. What I think they should do is allow you to sell the digital license to games on your account. For a lot of people, selling their games was the main way for getting new games. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. People would get their physical copies, bring them into GameStop, trade them for store credit, or trade them in for games. So I mean, at least to counter, it wouldn't help much, but at least, okay, if I'm playing this digital game and I'm done with it and I don't really want it anymore, at least there's a way for me to get some money back, you know? That's a good idea. They won't do that. Anything to give you money back, they will not do. Companies and corporate greed is just so real now. Everything is just the capitalist way. Yeah, exactly what I said. Not sure where this information is coming from. Like, what do they do? A survey or something? Or they're looking at their sales? Because if they're looking at their sales, they only sell digital products. So how could there be any way to compare what people buy physically and digitally in 2026? There is no way. If everything's already digital, there is no comparison. I like my media in physical format. This seems like a money grab to save on physical media production. How will we fit these non-physical games on our console without price of storage being raised astronomically? Just a couple of thoughts on this announcement. That's another good point. If RAM and prices of just simple memory is going up and digital games take all this memory, like literally hundreds of gigs for a Call of Duty game, if that's even what you want to play, which I wouldn't play, but it's crazy. You could literally keep probably like 4 or 5 games on a 500 gig system, and there's no physical copies. At least with a physical copy, you take some of that memory, it stays on the CD, then you can own more games and like be able to play them easily without having to delete and download. And it's just crazy. Yep, you will own nothing and be happy. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's real. Subscribe to get your PC, subscribe to get your games, Xbox Game Pass. You don't have to buy this, don't have to buy that. Nothing physical is yours. The game isn't even yours. Online costs money. Given Sony has taken away media purchases in digital format, including games, physical media access is what keeps them from doing that, more or less. The convenience of digital should not be grounds to dismiss physical media, but we know what this is about: control. It has been a good run. PlayStation 2 was the first console I was ever able to get. You know, I was always pretty poor growing up, and for Christmas I got Crash and the PlayStation 2, and I had this Crash disc in my hand, and I was so mesmerized with it, and like that just gone out the window. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Announcing this the same day you're announcing the end of the PS3 and Vita stores is the biggest load I've ever heard. You're putting a finite existence on gaming, subject to the whims and maintenance of a single corporate entity. I hope you realize what a terrible decision this is, especially with the growing global prices of memory and storage prices. Yeah, emulation is the route now, it seems. There's no point in even giving these companies money to play their old games because this is how they're going to treat you. Not give you any physical media, not even the option. Digital's still expensive, and memory's up. It's just crazy. Yep, it's not April. It's not a joke. Not a joke. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to end it on a sour note, but it seems like we're all digital now. No more physical media. Don't forget to buy your GTA 6 code, and you'll get a pretty box with it. And I guess that's how it's gonna be. This seems like this was bound to happen. But all right, everybody, I appreciate you guys watching, man. Leave a like and sub, and I'm gonna be back talking about more gaming news every day. Peace.